Obviously, women's freestyle, they're phenomenal. And Japan, you always see high-level wrestling from our Japanese competitors.
Well, for the second straight weight, a world champion wrestling for bronze. This time it's AZIZLI of Azerbaijan. He won a world title back in 2018. Four-time European medalist, 3 bronze, also a gold and 18 at the Continental Championship. That was his best year.
Non-step, okay?
And an early warning given to AZIZLI with his footwork.
And that was a point of emphasis by our officials in freestyle and in Greco-Roman. We saw a lot of athletes stopping motion of their opponent by stepping on their foot. And sometimes you don't need to, but it's a tactic that works really well.
24 years old, 2018 world bronze medalist, 2019 U23 world bronze medalist. This opponent, 29-year-old AZIZLI.
Red contact.
Back in 2011, was a junior bronze.
AZIZLI's done it 2 more times since his warning.
2010 and 2012.
Front step where they're stepping to the danger zone. They're producing a penetration step to look to attack hands and get chest to chest in the body.
AZIZLI has medaled in his last 2 world championship appearances, trying to make it 3 for 3. Earned the bronze medal 1 year after winning the title in 18. Took home the bronze from Nur-Sultan.
If we don't see a scoring hold in the next 15, 20 seconds, one of these athletes is going to get warned for passivity. Sometimes it's a coin flip if both are holding the middle, but right now they said blue contact. You see her put up the red passivity. So OZTURK is going to be our first wrestler to go down in parterre, as AZIZLI is going to get that chance.
Blue contact.
Taking the top position.
So let's see what route AZIZLI goes with. He's pretty good at the reverse grip, does not look to. Instead, tries to get a quick roll, and popping out from underneath is OZTURK. And he had the Azerbaijan in some trouble. He'll get the 2. So a nice job underneath by OZTURK to avoid giving up any points and in turn, turn it into some offense.
A little wrist roll, we call that, as he just reached up, grabbed the wrist, turned his hips, pulled the wrist down, and was able to pull AZIZLI over to his back for 2. They gave that a 2 and 2, which I think it was more of OZTURK's move. But they did give 2 and 2, and so a 3-2 lead for AZIZLI.
AZIZLI driving near the edge. Good job by OZTURK to get the feet going back into the center, trying to work mat control in the center. That heavy, high hand up in the air for AZIZLI around the neck of the Turk wrestler. Now he tries to dig in an underhook with his right arm. He's really getting to his tie-ups. He switches. He'll go under. He'll stick that Russian tie in briefly, showing the referee he's the one initiating.
There's a controlled violence in here as athletes are attacking hands and pummeling and pulling on the head. Just picture squeezing your forearms, grabbing weights, and just constantly moving a curl bar up and down. Your forearms, your biceps, your triceps, your deltoids, your whole upper body just gets cashed.
Oftentimes you'll see these athletes just absolutely spent at the end of the match, where they will either lie on the edge, sit on the steps going up, or they will just bunker down on the hard floor just to catch their breath. Their body so beat by the constant pummeling for 6 minutes.
And a totally different tired than if you're wrestling freestyle, where you're bending your knees and changing your level and taking big, deep steps, where you're really working your hips, your quads, and your hamstrings. Here, it's that upper body, arms and shoulders that get really spent.
Second period for the second bronze medal. AZIZLI with the 3-2 lead. And the clock never started, so they will, I'm sure, just do a restart here. Make sure the clock is operating.
Okay, guys, if you want to go to the corner, because problem.
And they will send them off into the corners. Looks like there is a technical issue with the clock. Extra moments for the coaches to get a few more words in.
Right, and day 7, you hear some voices that are sounding a little bit tired. They've been screaming for their athletes over the last several days.
AZIZLI gets 2 on the takedown. He'll go up 5-2. Your voice is hanging tough, though.
Not too bad.
Really good.
Yours as well. Fortunately, Jason Bryant only makes me do half the days.
You guys are having some long days, though, splitting the time.
Long days, long names. Some of these names are pretty difficult when, you know, there's very few Smiths and Joneses when you get here to the World Championships. Makes you appreciate their surnames. People have the similar last names, and you figure out what country they're from.
AZIZLI starting to create a little separation now. He'll go up 7-2.
Right, and that one's 2 instead of 4 because OZTURK made the attempt on the back arch. He landed on his back out of bounds. And because they went out of bounds, it looks like they might put them in parterre. Nope, they're going to keep them on their feet.
Center, guys.
Maybe they called that a slip throw. No points on the board.
Looks like the match chairman White paddled it, so 5-2 is the score. AZIZLI does not get the 2 we thought near the edge. And man alive, we just continue to get stoppages in this bronze medal match. Come on, let's get some type of rhythm going here.
Right, and for a wrestler like OZTURK, he's going to need something extra in order to get those points, as AZIZLI has really been the higher paced athlete out here.
Talked about OZTURK. He earned the European Championship silver medal earlier this year. He was a world bronze medalist 3 years ago. He's had his moments, which he has finished the competitions on the podium.
Please, don't step on, okay? Because otherwise I have to give 2 points and coach you, okay?
You hear her saying, she says, I don't want to give 2 points on a caution in 2, but I'm going to continue to blow my whistle.
5-2 AZIZLI.
It's one of the hard things about the sport is the consistency in the officiating. They're making good calls. They're obviously the best in the world to get here from their country. But what they're seeing out there is different than what another official might see. So the rules lead to that subjective view on what the rules say.
Pace has slowed down just a little bit. It's been a real bizarre period here. We've had a lot of stoppages. 5-2, AZIZLI will take it. He still maintains the lead.
And AZIZLI is a master with those head fighting and hand fighting and keeping his body in the right place so OZTURK can't lock up a body lock or an arm throw. He's keeping him at bay, which you're going to hear the official probably say contact here pretty soon because he's doing, AZIZLI's doing his best to not have contact.
It was a gold medal in 2018, a bronze medal in Nur-Sultan last year, and now for Eldani's AZIZLI, he has earned another bronze in 2021. All of his offense coming in the first period. Another world championship medal for AZIZLI and a victory 5-2 over Ekrem OZTURK of Turkey.
We want to let those athletes fight a little bit out here, and you don't see the complete fatigue out here because I think they had some time to break.
They had a lot of time to break.
They did.